Space Dandy Season 2, Episode 12, Dandy's Day in Court, baby. I definitely enjoyed this episode. It was a really unique take on the series, I think. It was, it was a drama episode. It was a, sort of mystery, sort of what happened, who killed this guy type of episode. And of course, we all knew it wasn't Dandy because Dandy's Dandy. He's not a killer, he's a hunter. That's what he does. He tries to find aliens. He tends to fail, and that's just how the show goes. Pretty early on, I figured it had to be the kid. Like as soon as Meow was tweeting, and he saw the kid's avatar picture, I was like, well, it's gonna be that kid for sure. I just didn't really know like why would he want to kill this random guy. Then they did like the I believe it's called Pinomium or Pinomium. I can't think of the actual name. I already forgot. But it's something that they actually referenced in the dancing episode when they had like the disco Tan Travolta guy come in when they basically combine with the planet and stuff. They mention the same element in that episode. That's the one that they mentioned. So it's really rare and it goes through space and time. So of course it made me think of all the alternate timeline stuff that they've done with all the different episodes. But I definitely enjoyed this one. It was interesting to find out why the kid had like this crazy killing intent, and I love the reason why it was pulled to Dandy so much because it's like Danny was just trying to capture someone. Of course, the guy's wife wasn't trying to kill him. The guy was just a wrestler. He wasn't trying to kill anybody. So, of all things, why was this killing intent like driven towards Dandy? Why did it transfer from one event to the next? And of course, in the end, we get the Global Empire coming at Dandy and his team, where it's just like a bunch of no name enemies, but they have the G on their chest. It's the global empire. So I thought that was really cool. Of course, the saddest thing was that when they did the preview for next week's episode, they mentioned how it was the season finale. So of course I'm gonna talk about that. But that was the only thing that upset me was like, oh, they're gonna do that, and it's like they're doing it because it's the season finale. But I enjoyed the episode. I love the little bits of comedy that we got in it. Like I enjoyed the two lawyers that were talking, and then they were going against each other. And then when they thought Rose was actually the one who hired Dandy, it was like, whoa, we need to switch stuff up. And they like combined, they like joined teams. So it was just kind of funny to see them go like, well, I don't know what the heck's happening. Now we have to just figure out a whole new case. So they were just like working together. So I actually enjoyed that because people were just getting hit with stuff left and right. Like what the heck's happening? Like, Dandy isn't saying anything, which I love the explanation for that. He might have sleep apnea too, because the guy waking up at the end, I definitely didn't expect that. I thought he actually died. And then he just comes back to life. It's like, nah, he just had sleep apnea. He's a rare alien, so that was the logical reason for that to happen. So it was still really funny, but at the same time, it was like, oh, it kind of makes sense too, because he's such a rare alien that the doctor diagnosed him wrong, so they thought he was dead. So I thought that was really funny. And then, of course, Dandy just yawns and wakes up, and it's like, oh, this woman, they thought she killed her husband for a second and hired Dandy. She almost went to prison. It was just like really crazy for her for a little bit. But I definitely enjoyed the episode. It was funny. Of course, they got all the characters in there. They didn't have Dr. Gel, but they did have like all the good characters, I guess, in the episode. They had Scarlet in there. They had Honey. The woman, Rose, ended up, she of course worked at Boobies, which didn't shock me because his wife was actually super hot, admittedly. And it was just like, I don't, like when I saw the guy, I was like, his wife's really hot. I don't know how he did it, but it's a good job for him. But I thought I enjoyed the episode. It was really cool. The ending song was really ominous to me. It really kind of freaked me out. When it ended, it was like, okay, we're gonna get the natural ending, and then they actually had a unique song, and I was like, oh, that's surprising. And it was just really ominous. It was kind of creepy to me. It made me think of Terminator as well, just like the low tone of it. I have it up here. So the actual title of the song is called "All the Things I Am," and it's an ellipses, which is a dot dot dot, and it says "Worried," and it's by either Mito or Mito, but of course I'll put the actual title in the description. It's Mito, so I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that. For any of the songs, the unique songs, I actually was looking up some stuff when I found out next week was going to be the season finale. On the Space Dandy Wikipedia, and it's just like the natural Wikipedia page, not like the Dandy Wikipedia or anything fancy. It has all the titles for the unique songs, so if you haven't found those songs yet, and if I haven't, put them in my video, because it's hard for me to find them too sometimes when they don't actually put the titles at the end of the episodes. All those are in the Wikipedia page. Also, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my last review. If you're looking for any of the songs, if you go to SoundCloud, you will probably find the song you're looking for in really good quality. They have all the old ones from season one, like the one where he was surfing in space. They have the full song on there in really high quality. Not everything has a download link to it, but you can at least find the song. If you have like a thing where you can record stuff off of your laptop or something, you'll be able to do it that way. But pretty much every single song that's been in Space Dandy is on there. Like literally the entire soundtrack for season one is on SoundCloud. So just go to SoundCloud and just search Space Dandy. You'll be able to find your songs. Like I said, that's the title of the song for this week. I'm hoping we get one next week. That would be really cool if we got like a special song for the season finale. But like I said, that is the one thing that sucked in this episode. It's the season finale next week, and I wasn't expecting that. I don't know when we're gonna get a season three. I would love to see season three only be like 3 or 4 months down the line, just how this one was only a couple of months after season one ended, and they already referenced it. Like in the end, it was like, hey, stick around, we'll be back in a couple of months, and they had like the storyboards as the preview for what's gonna be happening in season two. So I would love to see that happen with season three. I think the show is more than popular enough to keep it going. It's just as far as typical animation goes, I don't think they're gonna be able to just be like, season two done, and then a couple of months later they just roll out season three. But they might do that because of how special Space Dandy is. It's simulcast in both Japanese and in English at the same time. That's, of course, I think it's the first show that's ever actually done that, the first anime. It's also on Toonami, which does get ratings for anime, so it's kind of like the place, really, when you think about it, in America, really, in like other English-speaking countries where people watch anime on TV. It's really just Toonami. That's all you can really get. So I'm hoping that that's what we get next week, where it's like, hey, 4 or 5 months down the line, season three Space Dandy's coming down the pipeline for Toonami again. I would love that, but even if we don't, we have to wait a natural year or so for like the next season. This was definitely a great season. We've had all the amazing songs in this one. They're of course going to have another soundtrack coming out. I definitely enjoyed this one though. The season premiere was one of my favorite episodes. The multiple dandies, the Michael Jackson dandy, of course. Dancing Dandy was great. Of course, the Lovers of Trendy Baby episode with Scarlett. I think we can all agree everyone kind of loves that. That kind of ended up being everyone's favorite, I think. But this season was definitely amazing. Of course, the big question this time is, what do you guys want to see in the season finale? We have one episode to go. I love the title for the episode, Never Ending Dandy. It kind of freaks me out because of the way they said it, just with the title too. It makes me think it might be a series finale, but I don't believe that it's going to be that, just because the show is so popular. It's only in its second season. They can come up with all sorts of silly stuff. It's not like a typical show like, of course, just to go with Cowboy Bebop. It's not that type of show where it has a strict storyline, where it's like the story's done and then the show's over like a typical anime would be. It's one of those things that's sort of a blend between an anime and sort of a live action series, where you can just roll out stories as long as they're good, and then the show can just pretty much go on forever. So hopefully that's what it's going to be like. But I'm definitely excited for next week's episode. I know all I'm interested in seeing is, what is the actual story. Like, I want to get the story between what did Dandy do to the Gogol Empire, and what is it that what do they want to do to him. I can kind of guess that part, but I want to know their history. That's really what I want to see. But of course, you guys comment below, let me know what you guys want to see next week, and of course let me know what you guys thought about this episode, your favorite parts, your least favorite parts, and thanks for watching.